Have you ever felt like life keeps breaking you, piece by piece, until you wonder if you'll ever feel whole again? If you have, then today's story is for you. Once, in a quiet coastal town, there lived a man named Aaron. From the outside, he looked like someone who had everything figured out. He owned a small bakery, woke up before sunrise every day, baked fresh bread, served people with a smile, and always said, "It's a beautiful day." But no one knew the truth behind that smile. Inside his heart, a storm was raging. Every night, Aaron sat alone in his empty bakery, staring at the tables he hoped would one day be full. Business was slow, bills were piling up, and his mind, just like the world around him, kept getting darker. He often whispered to himself, "Why does life feel so heavy? Why can't I catch a break?" One cold evening, after a long, disappointing day, Aaron received a letter. It was from the bank. They were closing in on his bakery. His hands trembled. His breath felt tight. He dropped into a chair and said, "I'm tired. I don't know how much more I can take." At that moment, an elderly woman named Mrs. Evans walked into the bakery. She was one of his oldest customers, always cheerful, always kind. She saw the sadness written across Aaron's face and asked softly, "My boy, what is weighing on your heart tonight?" Aaron tried to smile, but failed. He broke down. He told her everything. His fear of losing the bakery, his sleepless nights, the constant worry that followed him like a shadow. Mrs. Evans listened quietly, her eyes gentle and patient. Then she said something Aaron would never forget. "Come with me tomorrow morning. I want to show you something." The next day, just after sunrise, Aaron followed her to the beach behind the town. The ocean was calm, the sky glowing softly with morning light. They walked to a large rock at the edge of the water. Mrs. Evans pointed at the waves and said, "Do you hear that? The ocean never stops moving, but even the loudest wave eventually fades back into silence." Aaron looked confused. "What does that mean for me?" She smiled. "It means your pain, your fear, your confusion, none of it stays forever. Life keeps moving, and just like these waves, your troubles will rise and they will fall." Then she picked up a small stone and placed it in Aaron's hand. "Throw it into the water." Aaron threw it. The surface rippled wildly for a few seconds, then slowly became calm again. Mrs. Evans whispered, "That is your life. Problems will disturb your peace, but if you stay patient, your heart will settle again. But only if you stop fighting the waves and learn to breathe through them." Something shifted inside Aaron. A small spark, a tiny flame of hope. Every morning after that, Aaron visited the beach. He sat on the rock, listening to the waves, breathing deeply, letting his thoughts rise and fall like the tide. And little by little, his fear lost its power. His mind grew quieter. His heart stopped racing. He didn't suddenly become rich. His bakery didn't magically fill overnight, but he became something far more powerful. Calm, focused, unbreakable. And that changed everything. He started baking with love again, experimenting with new recipes, smiling at customers, talking to people with warmth. Word slowly spread. More people came, then more. And within a few months, his bakery was full every morning. When someone asked, "Aaron, how did you survive your worst days?" he simply smiled and said, Then one night, a severe storm hit the town. A huge tree fell right on his bakery roof, destroying half the shop. People panicked. His friends rushed to tell him the news, but they found Aaron standing calmly in the rain, looking at the broken roof with peaceful eyes. His friend shouted, "Aaron, your shop is ruined. How are you so calm?" Aaron closed his eyes and said, "A broken roof is still easier to rebuild than a broken mind. The storm outside can't hurt me because the storm inside is gone." Everyone fell silent. In that moment, they realized strength isn't about muscles. Strength is about inner stillness. The waves taught me that nothing stays dark forever. A few months later, the bakery reopened, bigger, brighter, and full of life. People came not just for bread, but for wisdom. Whenever someone said they were overwhelmed, Aaron would take them to the same rock near the ocean and say, "When life feels too heavy, listen to the waves. Let your fear rise, let it fall, and let your mind return to peace." So, my friend, if your heart feels tired today, if your mind is loud and your world feels heavy, remember this: no storm lasts forever, no pain remains unchanged, and no darkness can survive a heart that chooses hope. You don't need to control the waves. You just need to find your breath and let the tide calm your soul. Because peace isn't something you find outside, it's something you awaken inside. Thank you for listening to this life-changing story. And always remember, one moment of hope can restart an entire life.